Hello friends and welcome to episode 6 of Crafting with Eggs. I'm just out here in my boat with this guy and just getting a little exercise, social isolation way, a little bit of rowing. But guys, so I've been very busy lately, as you can see here, and I want to give you a little tour of all the changes that we have made to the server. So I'm going to hop out of the boat here onto our new shipping dock, and well, hey, look at this. I've got an egg. Do you want an egg? Here. There. Now you can make scrambled eggs. Alright, let's go check another egg. What do we do with it? It's nothing but a head. Oh, there we go. There's the rest of the body. Alright, anyways, back to the tour. One quick note before we start though, I wanted to do the whole tour in this episode of all the changes that we've made to the town, but because that ended up being a lot of footage, I'm actually going to break it up into 2 videos, so this one will be shorter and then the next one will actually be a little longer. So yeah, let's get to it. It was probably evident from the intro, but yes, we did complete the bay/docks area, and it actually has 4 sections instead of the 3 I had originally planned on. So right when you come off the cargo dock here, this beat up one, we've got various forms of cargo to include these barrels. We have the fish here, we have pallets of armor stands, and so far it's the only thing we could figure out that could go onto these campfire pallets. So if there's something else, we would love to add them, but everything else seems to either float above them or break when it falls on top of them. So for now, we're going to be just placing armor stands on those. And then just to add some diversity, we have composters here stacked up. We got piles of hay. We have chickens that we're ready to ship. And we had a cat, but it seems to have escaped. So if you see an orange tabby running around, let us know, please. Back to the tour, we also ship iron golems and wolves, or dogs, depending on what you call them. So if you're interested, be sure to let us know. We also have horses, sheep. I threw a couple chests back here just for decoration. We got our dark oak trees with the illumination. We got iron bars, hanging lanterns. A pile of crafting benches, and then another pallet of armor stands, this time with, I don't know if you want to call it Adidas or Nike's newest line of clothes. Pretty flashy, if I do say so myself. We also work in packed ice and even dinosaur bones. Yes, they are fragile. Please handle with care. And we will get to this later, because this is part of another project that we completed. The second area we have is the work area, staff only. This is where all the maintenance workers will come to do all the dock maintenance. So we have blast furnaces, a cauldron for cooling stuff off afterwards. We have the anvils, a couple smithing tables, crafting tables, and reminders posted. This one says, please clean work after you are done. This one reminding the workers to tidy up. This one over here, just letting people know that we have hard hats available and steel toe boots. And those are important when crawling into here. Another part of the special contraption I will show you later. And then we have our big old saws, lumber ready to be cut. Lumber already stripped down. And then this is probably my favorite area, coming out of the work area into the market. So what we have here are 5 market stalls, and I'm in the process of putting cat heads on them, and as you can see, they look quite interesting. So far we're saying that the villagers' noses are supposed to be the cat's tongues. And if any of you are Elder Scrolls fans, the idea here was to have a bunch of Khajiit out here on the docks selling their wares. But yeah, they don't look quite as I had hoped. So, you know, take what you can get. But we got a cartographer, farmer, a cleric, a Fletcher, and a, what do you call them, toolsmith, all out here right now. And just some appropriate lighting and decoration to kind of spice the place up, surrounded by a half circle of dark oak trees. Probably my favorite area. And this was one of the first projects that our new server member, April Sunshine, helped on, and I have to say, they did a fantastic job. And out in front here, the last portion of the market is our IKEA style sign, Market. Yes. This is my own doing, and I suppose with the help of Google, but I have to say I'm quite proud of it. Last but not least, this is the future of the visitor center. This building over here, the old base of operations, the old house for the letter carrier, I have yet to take apart. It's currently serving as the villager breeder, so we're not doing anything with it yet, but that will be converted to match the terracotta and dark oak of the rest of the town, but will be the visitor center. And this is the nice docks where people will come in on ships to either visit or settle down in our city. And this here is the grand entrance to unnamed city number 1 because we don't have a name for it. We are happy to have you here. If any of you watch Hermitcraft, you will recognize some of these faces as prominent figures on the Hermitcraft server. There is no real rhyme or reason to which ones we set up other than these are the heads I had available from the Wandering Traders. Others I would have really liked to include a Green and a Mumbo, but I have yet to find them. Regardless, we still have some excellent characters in here to include B-Dubs, Doc, don't forget Iskale. We got Zombie Cleo, absolutely excellent with the armor statues, and that's what I was talking about last video, something I was hoping to be able to make use of for decoration, because with the armor statues data pack, you can do some really cool things, but unfortunately, it doesn't work with Realms, at least not the version that we installed at the time of creating the server. Supposedly there is a newer version out now that will work, but in order to use it, we would have to do a lot of work. We'd have to make the server single player, reinstall all the data packs, and then re-upload it to this, and we're not entirely sure if everything will be retained if we do that. So for the remainder of this season, we are just going to go with, like I said, the traditional decorating. And that's pretty much all that we have new out on the bay/docks area. The next thing I want to show you is the sugarcane farm, and that's what these 2 access areas are for out on the docks. So let's take a quick run over there. First, we have this authorized personnel only PPE required section, and we want to follow that, so we are going to grab ourselves, oops, I'm supposed to free up some space first, grab our hard hat and steel toe boots, never mind the names, maybe we'll rename them later. We're going to hop up here and take a look inside. So the sugarcane farm is harvested by a flying machine with this sort of setup sensor timer on either side, and what it does is we just have our own sugarcane growing out here in the background that we're not really using for anything else. We're not collecting the very minute amount of sugarcane that it creates, but once it grows to the 3 block size, it should be roughly about the same time it takes for the others to grow to 2 or 3 blocks tall. This observer here will pick up that, it will send out a signal telling the piston to break the sugarcane and reset this portion of the timer, and then we'll set off the flying machine. So let's back out of here, and we will put our gear back now that we are done in that area. Put our good stuff back on in case we were attacked. And let's check out what we have going on in here. So this is the collection area, and it looks like we're actually unloading sugarcane as we speak. This is our unloader set up, so whenever this minecart hopper goes out underneath the field and picks everything up, it comes back here and drops it off. There is another one of these on the other side, and I will show you that as well. It's virtually identical. Here is the sugarcane farm, and you can see the flying machine is currently on this side, which means it just triggered from over there. And each time this goes off, it gives us roughly 1,000 sugarcane, so we can trade with our librarians to build up our emerald stock. Like I said, this is basically the same setup as the other one. The arrangement is a little different, but you still have your whole unloader system in general, which apparently has also picked up a bone and an arrow. Every once in a while we will get a skeleton or zombie that will spawn down there and either burn up from being exposed to sunlight, since this is only a glass roof here, or get squished by the flying machine after it's made enough passes back and forth. So that is that, and let's cut to a time lapse now of the process of building this. I hope you enjoy. Alright, short story time. So you see this little guy here, and then around the corner, our zombie. So this cat spawned inside our automatic iron farm and stopped the zombie from making his rounds, thus making our automatic iron farm much less efficient. What a troublemaker. So the letter carrier has volunteered to handle the situation. He's going to go in there, let the cat out, reseal up the glass, and get the zombie moving again. And that is all we are going to cover in this episode, my friends. This room here is a little sneak peek at the other 2/3 of the tour I will be providing in the next episode. So if you're seeing this decoration and already thinking to yourself, man, that looks good, then you'll definitely want to check it out. And I have an additional surprise in store for those who may be anime fans. In fact, I may even give you a little sneak peek right here. What do you think? Should I? Maybe I'll just turn the camera this way a little bit and see anything you might recognize. As always, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, then please hit that like button down below and subscribe for more content. If you want to be notified when a new video is released, then hit that bell icon, and if you missed any of the previous videos, then click on that playlist box on your screen. Until next time, remember, scrambled eggs at breakfast.